So today's video is about how to cut down this tree stump and get rid of it for good. Okay, I missed the opportunity about the video to make a video about how to I actually cut this tree down, and that was really interesting because it is growing right next to the house and it was all the way up, so I had to climb up on the roof. There is very difficult to stand there because it is in a kind of steep slope, so I had to kind of lean against the tree and cut the tree, which is super dangerous because you're not supposed to do that, because when you cut the big branches at the part of the tree, it kind of shifts the balance, the weight balance, and it kind of give you completely off balance. But again, I had no choice, so I had to grab onto the tree and cutting the same tree down, and at the same time I had to be super careful so the branches don't fall on this AC unit and damage it. So the cut had to be super precise. Anyway, but I was super nervous that day and scared a little bit, so I didn't think of taking the video. So that good chunk is gone. So what I'm gonna do today is, this tree trunk is here, I'm gonna cut it up so I can get rid of it, and then I'll show you what to do with a tree stump like that, which is super close to the house. It is causing damage, and you can show that the concrete is kind of breaking and piling up, so I have no way but to cut it down. But you cannot bring a stump grinder that close to the house. Plus it costs about $500 to rent one. So I'm gonna show you a different way of doing it. I cut that trunk in a smaller pieces so I can throw it away, and now I'm going to tackle this stump. I'm going to try to cut it as close as possible to the ground without touching the ground, because you cannot touch a chainsaw that close to the ground. It will dull it, it will ruin it. So I'll go close and then I'll show you what to do next. All right. All right, what I'm going to do now is I have to find the right under the bark, the cambrium area, which is the live part of the tree. So as you might know, like, the most of the tree trunk is dead. It is just the wood, hardwood. Okay, there is no life there. So the life is all along the bark. So I'm gonna drill a lot of holes along that, and I'm gonna put a chemical. Let me show you in a second. This is the chemical glyphosate, which is the main component of the Roundup, but it is way higher concentration than Roundup. So I'm going to drill holes and put the concentrated glyphosate into those, and it will probably take a couple of weeks to start drying, and then it will take many months to years to actually rotten out and get rid of the stump. But I don't care as long as it is dead. All right, so I got like a 1/4 inch bit, and I'm going to drill holes right here. Okay, the bit is, this wood is really hard, about 1 inch apart. see these holes. I'm gonna keep doing it all along the so for that I'm just gonna use a dropper.
Some in here, like you said, from the color you can tell it's pretty concentrated. I'm gonna remember which one I'm starting from. This one.
I filled up all the holes already. I'm just trying to soak the cambrium as much as possible, and it's pretty soft tissue, so it's gonna absorb. And you can see how yellow it is, like a really concentrated. Hopefully this will do the trick. Now what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna put that trunk back on top of this, so the rain or whatever won't wash it away, and it won't dry out from the sun. So I'll try to preserve it as much as possible so it can get absorbed for several days to come. That thing is pretty heavy. Hopefully I can put it right the way it was. Right, perfect cover, almost perfect. Now it's perfect. All right, I'll leave it like that for a few weeks. Take it off, see how it looks, maybe add a little more chemical then after a couple of weeks, and then that should do it.